Have you ever wondered why some fragrances have no reviews? Well, most of these lost fragrances come from indie brands that don't have big budgets for marketing. Today, I'll be the brave soul jumping into this mystery, and I'll be the first to test these unreviewed fragrances. And you'll be right there with me as I test the good, the bad, and the absolutely unwearable. First up, from Savoir Faire, we have indicaa, and this is a cannabis scent that promises to be anything but average. It's supposed to flip the script and offer sophistication over shock value because cannabis fragrances are typically shocking. Now, the note breakdown for this is supposed to be cannabis, vetiver, vanilla, elamite, black agar, patchouli, bergamot, musk, greenwood, cedar, and sandalwood. There's a lot going on in this fragrance, but how does it smell? Cannabis fragrances aren't for everyone, but if you do have the opportunity to wear a cannabis fragrance, when it is done right, you are getting something magnificent, and I would say that this one's done right. Now, this puts me into the mindset of walking into a room filled with velvet armchairs and everyone in there is sipping on a fine cocktail, having deep conversations. There's a green, almost herbal whisper to this that just makes you feel grounded and sophisticated. Sort of like you're wearing a velvet blazer on top of a hoodie. It's a fragrance that will make people lean in a bit closer and be curious and nosy, trying to figure out what you got going on. This fragrance certainly lives up to its name, but it's done in such a good way. Hands down, this is one of the best cannabis fragrances I've ever gotten my nose on. And what I really like about it is that it doesn't scream cannabis, it just hints at it, almost like a well-kept secret. Now, I wouldn't say that this one's for the wild party goer. No, this one is for that person sitting in the corner making moves and catching a ton of eye contact. And be careful with the sprays here because you might make someone catch a contact. Next, we got Hella Floral, which is a fragrance that aims at breaking the stereotype that floral fragrances are feminine. And here's your note breakdown: yuzu, iris, frankincense, rose, black pepper, amberwood, tuberose, myrrh, papyrus, bakor, jasmine, coffee, hinoku, musk, and ambroxan. Another fragrance with a lot going on. I'm not sure if it came across on camera, but immediately after spraying this one, it calmed me down. The notes of this fragrance come together in such a smooth way, and Hella Floral to me smells like you're walking through an upscale garden party. I would say that they hit the nail right on the head with this one. This is not your typical floral fragrance. No, not at all. This one is bold, it's rich, it's luxurious, and without a doubt, this one to me comes across as a masculine fragrance. However, I still feel that women can wear this scent as well. So when I say it's a masculine fragrance, when it comes to floral scents, you can wear this one and understand that no one's gonna think you are walking around in a tutu. Is that what they're called? There's a spicy kick to this fragrance, almost like someone took some pepper and just sprinkled them over some rose petals. But that's balanced out by this creamy smoothness of the amber. In spraying this fragrance, I envision a modern day king walking through his court wearing his floral crest with pride. Hella Floral takes delicate floral notes and makes them powerful. And I think this one's perfect for anyone that wants to own a room without saying a word. On skin, this one just blossoms from spicy and bold to creamy, musky comfort. Hella Floral is delicate, yet it's daring and perfect for anyone who doesn't like to play by the rules. Because this one, well, it shows that flowers aren't just for girls. And I might need to pick up some flowers for my wife tomorrow. Next, let's talk about Figasm. But before we do, let's just set the stage on Savoir Faire. I came across this brand a few years ago, and this is not your typical fragrance house. They don't chase brands or mass appeal. They just put luxury and experience at the top of all they do. And after purchasing nearly every fragrance this house has to offer, what I've learned about them is that they are really about combining rich culture along with modern masculinity. But let's see if Figasm is truly a game changer. Note breakdown: fig, Japanese cedar, frankincense, ambroxan, blackcurrant, papyrus, jasmine, pear, musk, vanilla, and ginger. Now, Figasm claims to be an earthy, musky, yet refreshing fragrance, and we'll see if they truly delivered on those expectations. On first spray, there's this refreshing burst that just hits you right out of the gate, and it's almost like you're biting into this perfectly ripe fruit. But then the fragrance begins to shift a bit. It deepens, it becomes warm and woody, and it has this slight hint of smoke there, almost like you were roasting something on a campfire and a subtle sweetness just pops off of it and you get that waft and whiff of it right in the air. It's elegant, but it's approachable, and it has a slight spice to it, but it dries down as something that is smooth and super unique. On skin, I would say that this is the perfect mix of rugged and refined. Hear me out. Think James Bond, but at a dive bar. This is like a quiet statement piece, almost like a 41mm rose gold royal oak. So these are the 3 new scents from Savoir Faire, and I'm pretty impressed. If you're new to the brand, then welcome. You might get hooked like I did. Click the link down below to check out Savoir Faire, or click here to see what happened when I picked up new designer fragrances with 1-star reviews.